Hey, Podcast America. Welcome to episode 107 of the Enlightened Neanderthals podcast, brought to you by my company, Training Northwest. By the time you guys hear this, we're on the range for round 2 of Rifleman Camp.
Right?
Yep. No. Which is turning into a really great weekend. I realized, it's funny, I had a bunch of cancellations since the last class, and I was frustrated with it, but I had a thought, which is that the last class, the August group, sort of raised the bar. Like energetically,
You're welcome.
Yeah, you guys brought it up a notch. Like the camaraderie was high.
It was gold.
Would you say it was gold?
It was gold.
It was gold.
The openness of the conversation Friday and Saturday evening was gold. Yep. Oh yeah. Dr. Professor, hang on. He's got a phone call to his dad. He's got to make here in the next couple of weeks. Oh, but anyway.
Yeah.
Papa.
Yeah. I like rollerblading.
I think that what happened, like from I got these cut off jorts.
I'm not straight like your fence. After the big maple fell through her paw. Like what?
Oh my God.
Woods penetrated.
I'm sorry, Rifleman Camp.
Rifleman Camp. Oh God.
One more cancellation. Come on, fill it up.
No, I think that I think that energetically the bar was set very high, and a few people had to show themselves out. Yeah. Because they couldn't. There's a certain caliber of person who is starting to show up to these things, and it's sort of obvious in the way the group gels together.
Yeah.
And so I think that etherically, like a signal was sent, a broadcast was sent that this is where the program is headed. And a few people just had to fall away.
You know how upset I am that I'm not able to make the second Rifleman Camp? Like taking time off for the first Rifleman, doing hunting, all this stuff. It's like I've used all my vacation. And all I can think about is, God, I could probably smoke some more rounds and do some more map reading and all the fun stuff. That's what I'm actually upset. I can't do it 2 weekends. Like the first was to like figure it out. And like the second would be awesome to hone it.
Yeah.
And repack the backpack, ditch some of the shit, add a couple different things. Yeah.
Fucking A. So anyway, 2026 camps will be going on sale probably by the time you guys hear this, in the next 6 weeks. And then episode 107, holy fuck, this one was all cursive?
This is, yeah.
All cursive. Jordan, Did you understand much?
I didn't understand any.
I was
value
Mandarin, and he was a little Cantonese, so it was
cream of some guy.
I may have just been cruising at too high an altitude.
You're right. You're perfectly leveled. This was a weird one for I don't know. This is mental masturbation, in my opinion. Jordan, you're looking everywhere.
Yeah.
In my eyes. You're trying to deviate from yeah.
But it was great.
It was great.
We talked a lot.
This is talking about one specific thing in value, right?
Yeah.
But value is
in the eye of the
gold
beholder.
Is a standard of physical things, but gold is a real thing for whether it's who you want to be as a person or the job you want or the person you want to be, right? And so understanding what gold is and the way you ascertain it, the way it's used, what a value of a commodity, just like it can be like cash in a briefcase, but it can also be a person with a specific skill. I love taking something and just roasting the fuck out of it. And this was gold. Oh,
hey,
shit.
Listen up.
Enjoy the episode.
Here we go.
And we're here.
We're here.
And we're off. And we were making fire with Jordan's fire bag.
Making fire and cheeseburgers.
Yeah. We're here. We got all the accoutrement. We have cheeseburgers. We have flint and steel. I think you should map some arrowheads, Jordan.
Well, I got I got some of that rock to do that with. Obsidian. I have a bunch of obsidian at my house.
Isn't obsidian super rare?
I think so, and I have it. So, neener.
Yeah.
No, obsidian. I don't know how rare it is, but I had more of it, but somehow it disappeared with somebody moving. I don't know.
You think you got obsidian jacked?
I got
obsidian.
Yeah, absurdly.
Someone
obsidian.
stole your obsidian.
For
What
sure.
isn't?
I'll tell you what. When I was buying that house, I saw it out in the front, and I took it with me when I decided I was going to buy the house.
Obsidian? Isn't it black?
Yeah.
Obsidian?
Oh, it's dark.
The darkest of darks.
Yeah, it's ridiculously black.
Like black glass.
Yeah.
And they liked it. Like, didn't hunters like it because
It's
it was
the
hard to
sharpest
break?
natural
And
stone
it was
there is.
Is that what
Besides
it is?
a diamond, I guess.
If those are even real.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where does it come from? Do you know? I mean, it's in your bag,
Volcanoes.
Jordan. Where does this obsidian come from?
It's not in my bag right now. I wouldn't carry this around.
Not a sacred element.
I'm not trying to cut people. I think it's a volcanic like rock that just like ends up getting
from all the heat. Yeah.
the heat, turns it into glass, basically, I believe.
Have you ever seen lightning glass? Where like
hits, like, beaches
lightning
and stuff?
hits, either sand on the desert or on the beaches, and it makes this weird kind of funky thing. I've got a couple pieces. I don't think it could be used in sharpening into a projectile. But
Well, you can turn anything into a projectile if you try hard enough. We just turn pieces of paper into...
it's crazy when you get weird elements like that, where it's like something unique has to happen. Like maybe it's sand. So what's sand? Silica.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. But it heats up to a certain point and they're like, ooh, all these crazy properties came out of it. Like man tries to imitate it. But in the past, like when you found it, it was your Easter egg. It was like, holy shit, we found the perfect storm of these elements together.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's really, like, obviously the first.
Huh.
Yeah.
Interesting. Mother Nature will provide.
She does, but very rarely.
Yeah, well, as much as you need, she'll provide. So maybe we don't need as much of this shit as we think we do.
Get more silica
Yeah.
and fucking
More,
obsidian.
yeah. What is that? Lightning glass, you said?
Yeah, lightning glass.
Oh, there you go.
It doesn't look strong, though. It looks very fragile.
Yeah, no glasses.
What's the difference between what's the difference between glass and a diamond? It's the structure of the actual
So glass
elements.
is silicon and diamond is carbon.
But is it the same?
You mean the Jew rock?
Is it structurally the same type of structure? It's just what it's made of, or does it give it a different type of structure?
Yeah, I couldn't.
Well, I'll tell you.
You got to talk to a chemist. Yeah, someone who understands the
tell ya.
molecular structure of each.
You know, they're lab growing these things now. Like diamonds are being grown in labs.
Oh yeah,
Like at a crazy rate.
isn't that a cubic zirconia?
No, it's like an actual diamond.
Oh.
Fucking charcoal under enough pressure, it turns into a diamond.
Diamond, yeah. So
Yeah,
they
so-
just make it at home.
They're making a lot of diamonds right now.
That's such the whole story of how the wedding engagement diamond came to be is such a fascinating
Let's hear it.
story of like human consumption, which is like in the I'm going to fuck up the date. Early 1900s, I think. Or no, actually it must have been post World War II because it was television ads. The concept of the engagement ring was invented by, I think,
Some dude named Shane and his company.
Yeah. Like, I think it was K Jewelers, and that's what that movie Blood Diamond is. It's about how they were like, hey, here's this thing that comes out of the ground. What is it? It's great for cutting tools, like diamond tipped saw blades and drill bits and whatnot. What else could we do with it? Let's create, like, literally it was like this mass marketing scheme that created something from nothing. The engagement ring, diamond, and then it became a thing that everybody had to have.
Makes sense.
Is that like, yeah, when did diamonds really take off then? Is that when, like, the
In
1900s?
I think it was like 1950s.
Probably when they found out
Really?
what they could be
Yes.
used for, though, too. It's like, cool, you have this lustrous, shiny object. There was emeralds and rubies in the past. But, like, when you're like, oh, I can drill through anything, or it's one of the,
Hardest
there's,
element in the world.
Yeah, there's applications for it. It probably puts more of a price on it. So it makes sense as you're figuring that out, that, like, you'd be like, oh, we should put this on things.
Yeah, but you'd think that the fact that the usefulness would outweigh the fact that they needed to sell it, right? You think,
But
that the
usefulness
market would drive-
provides like a price,
Yeah,
right?
but-
If something's not useful at all, there's no price on it. But now say it's super useful. Well, now this super useful, expensive thing, if I put it on my ring,
Oh, De Beers. Sorry, not
Beers.
Kay, De Beers.
Hey, the beers. I'll drink to
De
that.
Beers.
but it makes sense when you find out like, wasn't that, they used to say lobster, like on the East Coast, was considered the bug of the sea. But then people are like, oh, it's delicious. And now look how much lobster is. It's just because of value.
1947.
No shit.
The diamond ring market's modern form is largely a product of strategic marketing, particularly by De Beers, which transformed diamonds from a relatively common commodity into a symbol of eternal love and a cultural necessity. While the tradition of engagement rings dates back over a millennium, widespread popularity among the general public only emerged in the mid-20th century, driven by a highly successful advertising campaign launched in 1947. This campaign, featuring the slogan, "A Diamond is Forever," was instrumental in creating a global demand for diamond engagement rings, a trend that has persisted despite the rise of lab-grown diamonds and changing consumer preferences.
What are the consumer preferences? Because I'd be interested in knowing that.
That
coming
lab-grown
up.
rings are cheaper, and they're like, fuck it, yeah, I'll pay less for, because compressed carbon is compressed carbon. Doesn't matter if it came out of the ground naturally or if it got compressed by a fucking machine.
No doubt.
My question, when did diamonds start being used in tools?
In the post-industrial revolution.
So that
within the
same
last
exact
150
same
years,
time.
200 years, yeah.
So that's interesting, though, that once you find that, like I said earlier, once you find that something is valuable and can be used, like for a tool, and now to get this product, because we know it has specific applications, we can put a heavy price tag on it. Now that we can put a heavy price tag on it, what can we charge people the most for? Love. Let's say this thing that's a tool is also a representation.
If you don't get your girlfriend this fucking ring,
Yeah.
you don't love her.
I got a diamond drill bit. I can do all kinds of things.
Yeah. It's called Diablo. Here you go.
This is called a stone saw. And it means
Yeah.
I love you.
But that is
This
interesting.
is a diamond-infused sharpening stone.
That is interesting. Imagine if they're like, oh, we found out.
Which, by the way, Blood Diamond is a movie that holds up.
Oh, it's great.
It's
That's
a good
That's a
phenomenal.
really
Leo.
good one.
It makes me want to smoke cigarettes and hike a far distance.
Oh.
Because he's
Yeah, with
always
a goat.
like, yeah,
With a goat.
With a goat with something inside of it.
yeah, yeah, a little treat.
Yeah, a little hidden compartment.
But it is weird to think about that. Like the same time we found out the application for diamonds, their value skyrocketed and it became a part of.
But I don't think it
jewelry
was the
for
same.
engagement.
That wasn't the application.
No,
finding.
but like the application of this thing can drill through steel.
Yeah, but I
right?
doubt that
And
was
so,
like in the 40s. I bet they were like, "Hey, what's another way we can upsell this even more?"
I think as they found technological
We just bought
use-
this gravel yard. What can we do with all these stones?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They're like,
No,
I
no,
know.
no.
We'll convince people that it's how you.
These things that keeps popping our fucking tires. What are we gonna do?
No, as they found technological use, they're like, this diamond thing, we can make drill bits and saw and drill through things, or saw blades and saw through things, or resurface to a level we never thought that was applicable.
But when do you think they were finding technological uses for diamonds.
That same exact time.
I think so?
Yeah, that's why I was saying, like, when did they start using them for tools? Because if it's like all of a sudden this rare, precious mineral or use thing is used,
I would guess early 1900s, like as the assembly lines were starting to come online.
I would say it's like 10 years post is when they're like, oh, it's expensive to buy for like making things. So
but it wasn't expensive because it was a common commodity.
No one cared about it.
until the advertising campaign, which
no, but it was expensive commodity for people that wanted to do precision type things with a diamond tip drill.
although I guess even a drill bit would have been
right, but that's what I mean.
Yeah.
So you take this thing that's super expensive and you apply it to love. Right, so if you do that same thing, could you?
What I'm saying is that it wasn't super expensive. The cost was falsely inflated through a genius like marketing.
But it's inflate for the diamond ring thing,
the point is that it was. I don't know. The point is how easily susceptible human beings are to messaging and marketing.
Yeah, but wouldn't a gold ring be the most expensive thing you could put on a wife's finger before diamonds was gold?
Humans or half the humans.
Half-bloods.
One half of the population demands the ring.
And
One
the other
ring
half's
to rule
like,
them all precious.
yeah, there's something else the other half's after.
The other ring. One ring to rule them all precious.
Yeah. But it is a good question because it's like throughout time, marriage has been a thing. And to show love, you give something of uttermost value. Like diamonds became the symbol for value in apparently the early 50s, late 40s, early 50s. But at that same time, like, what are valuable things being found at that exact same time? How much was diamond application used before the 40s or 30s?
Are you trying to come up with a reason?
Yeah. I think there's a correlation here. Absolutely.
Okay, so here it says early discoveries and uses, origin. Diamonds were first discovered in India around the 4th century BC. Initially, they were valued for their beauty and strength, used for adornments and cutting tools.
The cat's falling off the fucking chair over there.
Industrial applications. By the 19th century, diamonds began to be used extensively in industry applications, particularly in cutting, grinding, drilling, due to their hardness. Major developments. The 19th century. The discovery of diamonds in Brazil in the early 1700s shifted diamond supply from India. So at this point, they're still basically used for cutting tools, but they did say in the 4th century BC they were used for, what did they say, adornments?
Because they're shiny and sparkly.
Yeah.
So, but it's like you can have something and not know the properties until a while later.
Yeah. The estimate of large-scale mining operations such as Kimberley Mine in South Africa in the late 1800s increased diamond availability. The 20th century, the formation of De Beers, some word I can't pronounce, mines in 1880 aimed to control the diamond supply and stabilize the prices. Industrial diamonds became a significant market, with about 75 to 80% of mined diamonds used for industrial purposes, and that's in the 20th century. And then it looks like about 20%, 25 to 20% in the 19th or the 20th century were used for like necklaces and rings and all that shit.
Jewelry.
Baubles.
Sorry, girl. I didn't mean to. Forgot you weren't the cat we throw.
Yeah, but I think as you understand more what the applications for something is, gives it more value, right? So it's like diamonds were known for a while, but as they understood what they could really do, then they're like, hey, here's something that's super valuable. Let's make this as the currency kind of thing. I think that having something that was like, they're not fine cutting like the way for a saw to put a diamond tip on that. They're not cutting it like for a ring or something like that. But I think because there was so much like procedure put into diamond cutting and getting right angles and stuff, they're like, oh, this is kind of a unique skill and trade. We should make this something that's like valued or precious, i.e., you start putting it in jewelry.
But they were
and
doing
stuff.
that based on the fact that it looked really, really cool.
It looked good.
Refracts light, cut it at angles.
But that's just the same as gold.
Yeah.
We put value on gold and it's shiny and stuff. It doesn't, like for most modern people, it doesn't do much. Like you super cool it or superheat it. Gold has unique properties, or you start running current through it. You're like, oh, I start to understand this is more than what a normal metal can do. But as you start to understand what these physical properties are that the things around you have, like diamonds are cool and they're lustrous, but once you're able to start doing crazy things with them, that's when you assign a value. That cat's loving you.
This cat loves the shelf that is my fucking back problems. It's okay. Yeah, I think that people are duped into buying diamonds constantly.
Yes.
And what the thought of
the
industrial application is by far superior than the diamond sitting. But at the same time, I say that, but I'm like a little bit opposite on gold. I think gold is like valuable, and I think it should be like, I think part of the reason it is valuable is because people want to wear it.
But obviously, it's valuable for electronic and superconductivity traits. But
yeah,
once again, that goes to application.
But that's
just
because like I get there's application for it, but then when you look at like cultural, significance, I think obviously drives value. So when you're looking at diamonds are really, really expensive to get a stone, right? But when you look at diamond embedded sharpening stones for knives, right? Rarely are those like, it's just the fractured tiny pieces, right? It's not like, oh, you're using an actual like diamond to cut shit.
Yeah.
You're using like the tiny little pieces. And maybe I'm wrong with the industry application, right? Maybe they are using actual like, 4 carat stones to be cutting shit. I don't know. But it seems to me like you could get a lot more bang for your buck with like buying a diamond impregnated, sharpening stone that doesn't cost, $2,000, right? They're like $30.
Yeah.
So what's the deal with that?
You're looking for purity for like a pure diamond, right?
Yeah,
like a stone that has...
then that's the problem with the diamonds. I'm obviously not a diamond expert, but like when you look at diamonds that are lab grown are by far more pure than natural.
But they lose value due to rarity because they're man-made.
Yeah,
Things that are
throw
from
a little
the
fucking
earth that
dirt
are
in
more rare. Yeah, but that's what value is rarity. That's why when someone dies, their painting value goes up, right? Is because now they're not here and they can't paint anything anymore. So rarity goes up. I think what people deal with, like you understand, The gold thing's a weird thing. The diamond thing's a weird thing. I don't think people truly understand. Like I said, there's weird properties to elements and materials of this world. Like gold, we put value on, but we didn't know how valuable it was until we ran current through it, or we're like, let's heat it up to a high heat or a low heat.
So why? Hang on, I agree with all of those reasons why gold is valuable, but why were people crossing oceans and fucking sailing ships chasing gold before there was electricity and electronics? Where did this obsession with gold come from?
The second ring.
It could have. I don't know. Gold's a weird one. Is it just because it's so lustrous and like shiny that it
I don't believe human beings will risk their life for something because it's shiny and looks nice hanging around or dangling off your ears.
So then it's like, okay, so
Well-
then let's apply value. So if human beings applied tons of value to gold, I don't see people risking their lives for pieces of paper. But I see people risking their lives for U.S. currency or money, pieces of paper.
People risk their life all the time for gold, like in robbing
But that's
motherfuckers.
but that's what I mean. What makes you so gold is nothing, right? You can't eat it. It won't help you survive for the most part. Just like money. Paper money won't do anything for your inherent survival. But what makes people want to chase bags of money? Because there is value at the end of the road from it. So for what makes people chase gold? The real question
Do you
is,
think people
does it have
are chasing value, or are they trying to become value?
valuable? Yeah. If it's like, oh, I don't care what this is, but someone says it's worth this amount of money. If I put my resources into it, I can gain it. I don't care that it's gold, it's silver, it's copper. It doesn't matter. What matters with these precious minerals and stuff like this is when you can start to apply them. Diamonds are cool. They're shiny, but what really matters with diamonds and mankind is how you
What's
use
interesting
them.
is that all of the precious like elements, whether it's lithium or copper or silver or gold, are all good conductors of energy. Mm-hmm. So what the fuck were people doing 2,000 years ago that they already knew this?
Yeah.
Or did it just happen to be a coincidence? Probably not.
I don't. That's a tough one. What is the understanding of electricity of human beings throughout time, or like
not necessarily electricity, like energy moves in different mediums.
Yeah, but you're
a
understanding
conductor,
current.
right? But it could be heat, it could be something else. There's not only one way to move energy through a conductor, but the point is that a conductor
Heat
conducts.
is a good measurement variable because it happens like not only physically but visually. You get all kinds of responses toward. If something heats up, like you can measure it for the most part, but you can also see it. You know, so if something really heats up, well, now I'm seeing it more, and if something conduct more.
So what were the people doing in these ancient times that are quoting, that we're supposed to believe that where they were so primitive that they understood that metals that were of high conductivity were so valuable?
I mean, I've been telling you boys. I've been thinking about aliens too, or past civilization. Yeah, of course. Uh-huh. So what creates like a want of precious? Oh shit! Yeah, that's a.
Oh my god!
Exactly. It.
The look in his eye, he got so happy.
What creates that want though? But it's like, there's things and properties. Like I said earlier, even like. What do I care about gold? I can't eat it. I can't do anything with it. But I know there's a value in it. Is that from past people saying there's a value or past knowledge? Why would you just want gold? Jordan doesn't take it.
I don't know. I can't answer that.
I mean, it seems like a reflex memory. Like, why would you want something that ascertains nothing? It's like, I could know that.
So I'm saying you could tell me that a gold ring is worth $1,000, but if it doesn't keep me warm at night, I might choose a $200 sleeping bag.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When something doesn't have an absolute utilitarian use, what good is it? What good is it?
But I mean, you guys put money behind it, gold and silver and all
Only
that.
because other people do.
But so that's once again,
I still
faith.
wonder why are people, despite the fact that I would prefer to have silver coins than paper dollars, I do still not understand why the silver coin. Where is the value in that?
Silver shiny.
Yeah. But that's faith. Like, and so with that diamond thing, it's like, all right. So rings of the past were always probably just a gold or a silver, something shiny that was lustrous, kind of like a diamond, So what made those things, like if you gave a gold ring to your wife, like way back in the day, what makes that thing stand out? Like I was saying, like we found a lot more application for these things, and maybe we're like, oh, it jacks up the price. Let's say diamonds are the new currency for love. So what makes gold?
There was a fantastic Saturday Night Live skit where, do you guys remember it was one of those diamond ring commercials. Jordan might be too young, but there was like the two shadows on the wall and then they kissed. Do you remember that, Mike?
Yeah.
So the Saturday Night Live one, it was like a diamond. Then it shows the shadow of her head going down. It says she'll pretty much have to. That was back when Saturday Night Live was funny.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, I don't.
She'll pretty much have to.
I don't know what makes these things valuable. I mean, this is just like that. The podcast we did for money. What is value? Well, to me, value are things that help me stay alive or give me survival. But for some reason,
your life in some way.
Yeah, but for some reason, what we've constituted value is minerals that don't do anything for us until lately. Having pure silvers or golds or any of these superconductive metals that we find a lot more use for in electronics. Why do we care? Why did Columbus come over here and massacre people for
they're always
gold?
talking about the pyramids, right?
Being gold, yeah.
Well, being that they were like batteries,
Yeah.
right? But where are the wires?
Well, didn't we just find out something about them with all that
wires?
sodium below them?
Ley lines.
Yeah. It's like
What were they?
3 miles long of these
Sodium deposit or something.
Yeah.
So it's electrolytic
Oh,
earth.
And it's a chemical
the
exchange,
original
just
bus
like a
duct.
battery.
Yeah, exactly. The original bus duct.
interesting. Who do you think made it?
Square D.
Man,
Yeah, there you go.
some dude. Guy named Mike.
Yeah, some dude named Mike in the desert.
Who wants light?
Yeah.
For my next trick.
Yeah, podcast for all. I don't know. It's just weird, though, that we, like you're saying, these things that you put value on, it does almost seem like these things have supernatural abilities, and like with technologies beyond ours, it seems like they're even cooler. You know, like diamonds are cool, but the light prism and what you can do and the strength of them. And then it's like you take that for gold and you superheat it or you super chill it, and the conductivity of it is out of control. That's all these things. And silver, all these metals. So why do we have these affinities for? I didn't even think we'd talk about this or go down this thing, but it's like
I didn't think we'd do 30 minutes on
gold.
Post-industrial diamond tipped tools.
But
yet here
Thank
we
you.
are.
Thank you for coming to our TED Talk.
Yeah, and you should probably be getting just about to work by now. Have fun.
But we love them to a point where it means not only is it like a tool that you use, it's a tool that represents love. This thing that you can't eat or survive off of, for work, there's certain applications, and for love, there's certain applications. It makes me think it's way more valuable than
work,
any of
Yeah.
drilling in nice and tight.
When you finally figured out you want a thin one out of the herd.
It's not a thin one, it's a thick one, dude.
Oh my god.
Well,
It's weird to think. I mean, it's a perfect. I mean, that's a great subject. Kind of what you started. Like the diamonds came from here, but it's like, why are diamonds valuable? And the only thing I could think of at this time is just like because
men don't want to hear it.
yeah. No, but they have like some unique strength that would give them value. And that is a unique strength, is their strength. Just like gold has unique strength.
it is wild to watch somebody pound a diamond with a hammer and it drills into the steel that it's hitting. Have you ever seen that? It's just like, it's a weird look. It's like, oh, that thing's going to shatter. And it's like, just gets driven into the steel.
So why don't we give value to, what is that, Formica, fool's gold? No one cares about Formica. It's lustrous, it's shiny, but no one fucking cares about it. We care about real gold. And Formica doesn't have a lot of good properties. You know what does have a lot of good properties?
Real gold.
Real gold.
Is he insulting?
Yeah, Formica, dude.
Big Formica.
Yeah.
They're listening. But it is, so these are all these things. I mean, you guys so much.
Until we buy a mine to Formica, and then we got to figure out how to pawn that shit off.
But you guys think
we got to sell all these countertops, and you're over here trashing us.
But you guys think it's silly until it's a form of like value, and it's like we said earlier, you guys buy gold, you buy silver. So why do we put so much emphasis in these things that ascertain no real value?
That's what I'm fucking asking.
Yeah.
But until we find out, I'm still buying it.
Yeah, I was just going to say, I still trust it more than the U.S. dollar.
I still trust it more than the U.S.
Could there be a hidden application?
Of course there's.
Could there be something?
That's kind of what I'm hinting at, is I think there is some hidden application that we are not aware of.
But like
Who's aware of it?
Me. So like
Another good question.
But not like a hidden application like, oh, you just don't know what it's used for. Like hidden application like epigenetics. Like it's in your DNA. You don't know why gold is valuable, but that it was
You don't know why epigenetics are good.
That's just
No.
That's just proof that we're in a video game.
No.
Is you're expected to run around and do a bunch of shit to get gold and silver coins. It's like Zelda.
Achieve goals.
Yeah, that's right.
Go on a quest. Yeah. No, but you know that it was something used by your ancestors. Like there's an inherent memory of it with your lineage. Is that why we put value on it?
No.
Next pod.
Next question.
Yeah.
You don't think so? Then why do we love it?
Because Little Kim has a necklace of it.
Yeah, exactly.
Because all the rappers like it.
Yeah.
Same reason why we
but
like
so
fucking
why
Don
was,
Pignon or whatever the hell.
But why did Columbus
Louis Vuitton.
Why did Columbus travel so far for those?
Oh shit. Speak of the devil. Silver's gone from $32 an ounce to $41 in like the last 6 months. Hot damn.
Bro.
Well,
a lot more people are finding value in it now.
Say, how many people's cash in the post-Biden economy has gone from $32 an ounce to $41 an ounce? None. So that right there alone is why I kind of have been slowly transitioning my U.S. dollars to silver coins. It's because the U.S. dollar is devaluing rapidly.
Oh boy, that feels good. Actually, you know what? That doesn't feel great. I wish I had more.
But what gives it that value? Like,
Well, obviously this website.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I mean, though. Like, silver hasn't, we're still using silver.
At the end of the day, it's like we always like talk about, right? The tool in your hand is the most useful. When you look at different values and shit, and like obviously like we're playing with fake money that just is somehow our man hours or our life force hours, whatever you want to call it, is like marked by a number. And that number is fake. And that number correlates to the amount of money or the number each hour we spend like doing shit, right? So like I'll go and do something and I get paid a certain amount for it, but really all the things that are actually valuable that we need that are of while, those things are staying the same, and somehow somebody's making my hours fluctuate. I don't know like how or why the economics work the way they do, but like
but by
in
doing
in any point in time, the most valuable thing is the shit you have with you, right?
But by living life this long, shouldn't we see that? Shouldn't we not be tempted by material goods or through the silver or the gold of these things? Like, yes, we can assign
I think
value to tools that help us survive. But why are we so still enamored then with something that doesn't bring us immediate satisfaction?
Well, the immediate satisfaction is the fact that you are now holding a place in
You're rich,
society.
but it's nice to be rich until you're hungry.
In which case, having the tools are the most important thing, right?
Right.
So, like, you can see certain people, like, I promise you, with, like, in certain, say the world ends right now, as we know it, everybody just pauses. And everybody has to take the things that they have put around them and, like, the things they have bought and own, and now your power's out, or all the things, like, the richest man isn't going to be the guy with fucking $10,000 computer and all these other like fancy doodads and like, you know, all like all the shit. It's going to be a guy with like
a rusty hatchet will be worth more than a laptop.
You know what I mean?
Power goes out.
Yeah,
that's exactly it. It's like the tools in which to survive and then the skill set in which to do that as well is far more valuable in the application of like that. Right.
So
but like the way the world is right now, that's not the application. The application is having the fastest fucking computer and fastest internet connection.
So
matters way more than anything I give a shit about. And that's why like I don't necessarily jive and don't make as much money, right? Or anything like that because that's not part of my world. Right? But there's people who like are like, "Oh, that we're all about this." And the shit that they find value in baffles me. It's like, why would you buy that? Why would you spend money on that? Why would you try? How do you even begin to make money doing that? Because that is a useless thing.
So how about this? If the world fell to shit right now, would you still hang on to your gold coins?
Yeah.
Why?
Because I have them. They're part of everything that I have.
Okay, but let's say...
would I use them for trade or barter? Yes.
Yeah, maybe, but
I think
eat them.
No, you can't
Do
eat
you
them.
still feel there's value to having a gold coin
I
when
think
life
there
is
is.
currency of food?
Yeah, I think there is.
Food and shelter is
If-
only currency.
Well,
is
if that's
it
all.
not?
It certainly is. Yeah, that's going to be more valuable than anything else. But at some point, that silver, that gold, or whatever, it's like what I said. You can back in the Bronze Age, right? They were using, was it copper? What were they making copper tools because it was easier to make them?
It was soft, and it
So
was
they could.
straight out of the earth.
So it's like there's certain like applications to things where you can make stuff out of, Not am I going to hammer a fucking knife out of silver? No, like probably not. Is there a reason for me to hold on to it?
Probably not.
Probably not.
To be completely honest,
Probably
but
not.
you as a human still assign value to it. Is that indoctrination?
I wonder if it's
or
just
is that
because humans like their
human trait?
possessions.
I think that comes more
Maybe.
towards a thought of faith of things will get better, as opposed to immediately. If the most important, my most precious metals are, it's lead and fucking brass, right? Like that's the most important in a situation like that. Behind that is obviously VG10 steel, or any cool knife metal. That's going to be there's going to be things that matter way more in a situation like that, and it's going to be stupid. It's going to be wood surrounding you is more valuable than gold.
Yeah.
Right.
Fire.
It's like fire, having things
Building
like that.
materials for shelter, warmth.
Yeah, a hammer, nails, like.
But how many people will not see the bigger picture and they're like, I'd rather hang on to my gold than get the wood for the fire.
Which is part of the reason why you hold on to it, because you hope to have those people to trade with.
So, but it just makes me think there's something inherently bigger. Like,
yes, there must be a backstory that we don't know.
Yeah.
But I also think that like the thought of like passed down generational memory is a thing, right?
Epigenetics,
We call that epigenetics.
Yeah.
So I thought that's when we were like,
or just programming. You were told from a young age. From the young
Epigenetics
age,
is the passing down not of physical traits, but of
it's like inherited memory.
Yeah, so that I believe is real.
Yeah.
Right? Are we going to go with that?
Is
that something
think
that you
it's
believe in?
pretty real.
Okay.
Yeah, it seems to be pretty real.
Okay.
Tendencies, mannerisms.
Woke, but okay.
It's like knowing to be afraid of bears.
Yeah.
It's like an epigenetic.
Spiders, snakes, shit like that.
Knowing, and I think that you're holding on to gold because it's been, since the dawn of our existence, has been something man has coveted.
There's something in
I think that's programming from an early age. People have told you that gold is valuable, so you just believe it.
I think that's but gold is biblical.
I get it. That program may have started thousands of years ago.
Yeah, but how long does it take to become epigenetic?
I don't know.
Thousands of years?
No.
Hundreds of years?
It might have to have a threat to life and
years. Years can be transformed. Like if you start smoking meth and you have a kid, like it changes the DNA, right?
Yeah,
but that's changing the physical, but epigenetically they're thinking it changes it too at the same speed. So it's like memories like
that we'll have.
Say we're the first people to be starting jiu-jitsu in our blood lineage, right? So our children don't have generation of that lineage. They have just our knowledge. So that child.
So you think
gets
our
your
kids would be better at jiu-jitsu?
Yeah.
Based simply on even if I never like was to coach or say like anything about it, you think they'd just naturally be better at it?
Yeah, because you did it.
Think about like hunting dogs, where like a well-bred dog, it seems that we call it instinct, right? Mm-hmm. It has good instincts. Instinct is another way of describing epigenetic memory.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I appreciate that. Tendencies.
So what is gold in epigenetic memory? Is it something lost a long time ago?
I don't know that it is that deep.
Well,
it may literally be just a program that was people at.
Yeah, but
if you could convince think about how many people worldwide were convinced that COVID was a real threat to life only 5 years ago.
It was, dude.
So go back in time 5,000 years to when the world population is much smaller, and then convince everybody that gold is valuable.
Could be a small statistic like this is all.
Yeah, but gold is valuable.
Industrially, or what was going on that they needed superconductors back then? Because what were they doing with the pyramids and with the original bus duct of fucking sodium or whatever it is, salt?
Well, gold's Anunnaki and all that, but yeah. All right, pee break. Yeah, pee break. It went completely off your rails. But
we didn't even hit the rails. We're on a completely separate track.
I mean, it's a unit. I mean, how many podcasts do you listen to where people are like, why is gold important? Why are these things? It seems so asinine to just debate these certain one things. But in doing so, it kind of gives you perspective, does it not? It's like, what is value? Why are we ascertaining value to this individual?
There is certain, value is so situational.
Yeah.
And I think the thought of gold being valued in today's society versus, gold means something different for other people, I think, right?
For everyone, probably.
Gold to me, if I have gold or silver, it's not to fucking have on my wrist because I can afford to have it on my wrist. It's, hey, if I need to get rid of this, I have value locked into it.
Yeah.
Right? So it's a tool. I use it as a tool.
Yeah.
Versus, I have a gold necklace. Right? And it's like, I guess that still is a tool, but I'm going to put it on around my neck as a status symbol. That's not it's not the same thing.
But it's weird that it's just a tool mainly of trade. You could have a tool of steel that is a knife, but a tool of gold knife is going to be weak.
I'm not showing you that. I'm talking about the fact of a knife is a tool that you can cut things with. In a certain application, I would rather have a knife than a bar of gold, right?
Yeah.
So in that,
or a gold knife.
But when things are good, when times are good, and some people establish their value with those things, right? And it's like, this guy doesn't even have a knife, but he's got a fucking gold necklace. Your entire life is fucked up. If you got a gold necklace and you don't have a fucking pocket knife, you're an idiot.
Miami.
Yeah, you're a fucking dummy.
Yeah.
But that's the way the world works these days. Is people aren't going times are so good that is how people operate. And it's status before actual the structure. It's the illusion of wealth without being wealthy. And that's the problem. Right? And the people who are wealthy, you wouldn't know it, right? And those people who are wealthy, they got a fucking thing of gold at home, but it ain't a fucking necklace. It's a fucking bar of gold, right?
Yeah.
Because they're using it to hold value or hold, they're using it as a tool of trade versus a status symbol, right? Because it's fulfilling two different
But
types.
even that status is trade, though. That status represents I have money and all this stuff, but at the worst of the times, I could still take this necklace off and trade you a goat. I could trade you maybe that night.
But that's not the way it's meant to be. That's why there's a lot of fake gold necklaces.
Yeah.
There's not many fake knives.
Yeah, that's true.
Have you seen Temu?
You know what I mean?
Have you seen Amazon?
That's sort of like you can't fake it on the mats. You could tie a black belt around yourself and walk out on the mats, but everybody's going to know real fast. You cannot fake a good quality knife. You cannot fake a good quality tool. You can fake jewelry. Hence the whole diamond marketing thing.
So, but then you can fake gold, right? You can have gold that's not a good carat.
But people do all the time, and that's what I'm saying is there's that status symbol, and those people typically are poor.
Yeah.
Right? The people faking the fucking wealth aren't really that wealthy. Or the people spending money on fucking stuff before they have other things.
Spending credit.
But isn't that everyone faking anything? Whether you're faking I have this product or that. I'm selling, hey, do you want a electric dryer for $39 that uses sunlight to heat? Cool. Send me $50. Well, you send someone $50 and they give you a piece of rope and clothespins, right? That's a solar powered dryer. Mm-hmm. You're using the sun. Anyone that's looking to do not to fool someone, but to get one up is because they're poor, right?
I'm not following.
You said earlier, like, it's a status symbol, yes, but like they'll do certain things because they're looking for money.
No. I think that they're looking to feel better about themselves. They're using it to hold, like, if you don't have a car that runs well, but you have a $2,000 necklace.
Yeah.
We got our fucking priorities wrong.
Yeah.
And that's just what I'm trying to say. And there are some people who would prioritize the necklace over a vehicle that runs well.
Yeah.
And maybe in their day-to-day life, it's more beneficial to assume or look wealthy than actually be wealthy, as opposed to being actually functional with a car that can get you to work and no necklace.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I think that some people just we have, in the times of everything being so good, the thought of, like, you know, value or what matters or what makes sense to be valuable is asked backwards. So when we talk about, like, culturally, gold is significant because of those things, and like, you know, when people are at the elite level of making a ridiculous amount of money and they're coveted athletes or musicians or whatever, and they're wearing this gold shit, now all of a sudden everybody puts that as what makes you cool or valuable, you as an individual, or more valuable because you have a gold necklace, when really having a vehicle that can get you to and from a place or something of that nature, there's a tool that's might not be as sexy. Having a gold necklace is having somewhat reliable 1983 Celica.
Yeah.
But that Celica can get you here and there, and it can create wealth. A gold necklace ain't going to do it.
As you were saying all this, I was thinking the real flex in 2025 is to own a 1996 Honda Civic, but also own like a 1,400 square foot house. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Those are the real motherfuckers who are up and coming, mm-hmm. and have zero debt.
Mm-hmm.
So then you think value is mainly prescribed, like, due to the people around it putting value on it, which is, I mean, that's blatantly what value is. You deem this important, so it is important now. But like with the diamond thing, what Tobin was saying, with the ring,
at the end of the day,
when culturally it's
men are
like
trying
this
to
is
get women,
where,
period. That's it. A man is trying to impregnate a woman. That is the way the world works. The
second ring.
And the second ring, where everybody's after that second ring.
The holiest of rings.
And, well, I think the deepest epigenetic thing we have is that.
Yes.
And I think everything we do is based on that. So I think relationships, going after that, I don't think there's any other, like, very few and far between. I think people are thinking, oh, why do I want to do this? It's like either guys are like, I want to go have fun. That's one. Or they're going,
I want to go hunting with my buddies, or I want ring number 2.
Yeah, and most of the time, one is, most of the time, people are trying to work hard to get better, to be able to have a cooler life and do things, and then have a woman.
Yeah,
plain and simple.
That's about it.
Right? So in certain cultures, in certain places, a gold necklace accomplishes that quicker than actually going to work and creating wealth for yourself. The appearance is...
So do you think...
oftentimes in that, I would say, you know what? I'm going to hold off. I'm going to hold off on that.
No, you're good. So do you think that most of what people do for value then is for, and I'm not saying this is better, I'm just saying what a lot of man does is for, like, mating.
Yeah.
Like
Yes.
for
100%.
so assigning value to gold or to silver or to things like that is for procurement of your next generation. It's for like a deeper, you think value goes like to put gold is more than silver and so, you know, like you give a hierarchy that is due to being like, I want, do you see a bird over there?
Yeah,
I saw something flat.
I
Yeah.
thought somebody ran by.
Yeah, that was wild. Anyways, but that is all due to like sexual hierarchy in a way, like to say this is more valuable than this and this is like, because at the end of the day, that's what giving kind of value that way is for performance, for leadership, for I have the most.
Yes, and I think that is where like the fool's gold shit comes into play, right? I think like the idea of it is
Fake
that
it till you make it.
is that
Chasing ego.
well, I think that you have your actual like worth, and it is easier. It is easier to look the part than be the part. You know what I'm saying?
Oh.
So it takes a lot of work to become something and actually like fulfill those roles.
Put in the effort and do
versus-
the work to become the person.
But a
or
lot
the
of
thing.
people do it backwards, and they try and look the part before they're actually doing the fucking thing.
Yeah.
And it's like putting on the necklace before you're the fucking badass rapper. You're putting on the necklace and acting like you're a badass rapper, and it's like,
So just the act of putting on the necklace, though, that's like a flex. That's an ego.
Who started that? Like, think back to the 80s. Like,
I don't think
who got convinced that was cool, and like, so going like,
but that's
the parallel to how did we convince that gold is the standard? Who convinced rap culture that wearing giant gaudy gold necklaces was a flex? Somebody had to set that standard.
The fucking
and
government.
create that behavior.
The fucking central bank.
No, that's
saying
fucking,
gold's valuable.
that's-
Rothschilds.
Yeah,
no,
dude, that's exactly.
kings, that's kings and queens from fucking.
That's
BC.
flexing a bomb, flexing.
That's-
But we had a
Was
gold
it
back
Flavor Flav?
standard, did we not?
Yeah,
We had a gold back
Flavor
standard.
Flav.
Flavor Flav is to blame for all of this.
But no, I think that there's a point where, like, also, I realize I say I think a lot. I should probably stop doing that.
Oh, dude, the amount of times I say like.
Yeah.
I do.
But the amount of like fake bullshit, I'm going to wear this necklace and appear wealthy. I think, again, that all comes to holding a value of yourself.
Yeah.
Right, so you appear valuable. We now have established in this
What about
culture
cars?
that, well, it's the same thing,
That's
but
just-
cars different. Cars a little different, but
I think there's a whole like online Instagram, Facebook culture of posting like images of yourself living quote unquote your best life that isn't anywhere near the actual life you're living.
No.
And so the gold chains from hip hop culture are one example of that. But then there's a whole like white guy, you know, next to my BMW, I'm an investor, or I invested in crypto. You know what I mean? I'm a crypto fucking blah, 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 blah,
Crypto
blah.
bro.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
it's like, it's the same fucking thing.
all of those things, like it's all the flex, and it's at the end of the day, it's to look like you have wealth, that you're stable, and you are living easy.
Yes.
And I can afford to have extravagant things because I am so fucking set that I can buy ridiculously extravagant things and I have value. So now I look like a better mate to women because I have this value. And that is just what the fuck is going on with that.
Yes.
And I don't think that it's actually accurate, right?
No, it's false.
So there's a certain level of that like the more
And that's why those people attract damaged women.
well, not only that, but it looks like you're it's false bravado, right? And then all of a sudden they find that you're not really that person. It's like, oh, it didn't last long, or that wasn't the goal. The goal was for it to last for a night, so it doesn't matter. So now this guy has created the shell of a man that's not actually a man.
Mm-hmm. It's an ego. It's an image. It's a mask. Mm-hmm. Halloween costume.
Yeah, and that Halloween costume is just there to get you laid.
But that goes to your point again, that
is it valuable at that point?
Of this for reproduction,
did it work?
To have something that collapses.
But I think that's why people do it that way, right? I think people do it that way just for the reproduction, or like, I'm going to hook up with chicks, so I'm going to fucking not actually put value into, right? Yeah. Versus I'm worried about my future and how I'm going to provide, so I'm not going to worry about like anything else until I have built a foundation. And a lot of people skip that foundation and they go to the other side and they go, yeah, I can hook up with chicks all the time over here. No big deal. And then next thing you know, you look down and you're like, oh, I'm not standing on a fucking foundation.
Yeah.
And you got to figure out how to fucking build your life up later because you weren't doing it before because you were chasing the wrong shit.
But it's weird to assign value to experience and to assign value to things.
What do you mean?
To assign value to experience, like, okay, I had a bunch of random one night stands and it didn't fulfill me. But then I like met someone that changed my life and we had children and it gave me so much more.
What was his name?
Tim. So once I met Tim, I was a changed man, right? But it's like, so then once you achieve what like a higher level of experiences through that experience, why do you still ascertain value to inanimate objects? Right? We can give value to inanimate objects because
tell me about
instantly things will like provide life for you. So as simple as the knife, it could defend you and it can give you food. It can do these things. We know that what provides the highest form of life is the people around us. So then after the people around us, we must ascertain the things that physically around us give us a good sense of life. The knife, the fire, the shelter, the clothing.
You think that's after?
Yeah. Because what are you going to fight for? You need something to live and fight for.
But isn't the building of that the thing that you were fighting for?
You're fighting for your group, right? So if you just have like, once again, if it's just gold, is your group gold? No, your group is not gold. Gold is a thing outside of the family in this construct.
But that's what I'm trying to. You build the cave to be able to provide for the people in it.
Yeah.
And sometimes you got to build it before. Hey, sometimes you build it while you're in it. But that's
fucking dark in here.
Yeah, it is dark. Sometimes.
What are these fucking wolves doing?
Yeah. But that's the thing is like, I think that you're creating the value there versus like.
Yeah, you've created value of the family structure, but then once you got outside that family structure, you understand what true value is and stuff like that. So what makes someone go to value gold and stuff like that more? We say it all the time. Gold doesn't do anything, but it provides the ability to do things. It provides food. It provides, money. Money does everything, right? So saying it in that like sense of why do we assign so much value to such a unique thing that doesn't really give us anything?
I think culturally everybody knows gold is valuable. We look at gold and we say that is value. I think in the subcultures of our culture there is it is used differently. That value is carried in a different way. And I think there's better ways to utilize the value and the worth of a material better than other ways.
Yeah.
And I think that using it to get a mate is not necessarily the right move.
It's not the wrong move, though.
It's not the wrong move.
How many girls want a guy with a stable job, which is understandable?
100%. That's what I'm saying. But that is different than having a gold chain. It's what that's supposed to represent.
Yeah.
Right? So the gold is used to represent I am stable and I can provide enough that I can buy gold and wear it on my neck.
You just gave me a new thought. So then you think falsifying identity, like through flaunting,
Yes.
right? You know, like
that was the whole point we've been trying to get across. Thank you
but
for
then
arriving.
it just gives anyone the ability to falsify. Like
that's
what
exactly
truly,
which
but
is
no,
what's
how
the most
many
irritating thing in the
people
world.
just get random money? Like maybe a few, and you have a few assholes, but usually the common denominator of true wealth is work and family lineage, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's what gives you that. So it feels to me that like falsification of who you are, like, yeah, you can flaunt it with a gold chain, but like you will easily be seen.
Well, you will easily lose it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
2 chains.
But that's
call me 1 chain.
But
dude.
that's the whole point, right? And that's what I was trying to say, and that's why all of that ends up in one night stands is because, you know, the falsification is seen in a short while. But sometimes the goal is not to last. The goal is always to last. But sometimes it doesn't work. But the
so stupid, dude. That's awesome.
The goal, you know, that's what I'm saying. Like when you look at like somebody who's trying to build like a foundation of life and buy a house and get a car and do all these things, and they're not going to spend the money on bullshit, and they're going to try and be like solid in who they are and what they are, and somebody will eventually find that. I get it. I get I get it. There. Because, I mean, we can look at that and go, a T-shirt matters, right? The kind of shirt you wear. We assign value to so much in this culture based on that, right? So you can just the Nike swoosh on your fucking sweatshirt going, oh, yeah, you got fucking Nike Airs on. Like, this is valuable. He's a valuable person. He's fucking...
Those are the new Bo Jacksons,
style, right? Like,
where's your Reebok? Where's your matching Reebok fucking sweatsuit?
But
there, sister.
But that's the thing, right?
Petunia.
People assign value to that.
Yeah.
And there is something about that like culturally we hold as like, oh, this matters. Does it? No. Not really.
For
right?
name, like if you have a family crest and a name, that ascertains value.
That matters. Yeah, but
more than gold, honestly. Because you know if you see the critch,
yeah.
whatever your
Hey, thanks, brother.
Sorry, Dad, what's your name? But if we run into each other, I know I can count on you for a fine bed to lay on.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And a hearty meal. But it's like, I know, but that assigns true value.
Well, I think at some point, but that's
and you could have two chains or one
here's
chain or a gold bar or a gold chain. But what really matters is what your physical properties. What you do for me.
Yeah, your physical property.
But like, you know, how you like physically in this world, how I interact, how you help me, you know? And so it's like, once again, it's like the image is everything, but what's a real world application? Gold is unique, but heat it up or cool it down to extremes. It's very unique, right? Give me a person, right? Common everyday interactions, they're normal, but then in my life, they help me out. That gives someone so much more value. So to assign value to things and to assign value to people is two completely different things, because you're talking about the thing in the interaction of the thing.
Well, no, because now
yeah,
you will be giving.
I'm just sitting here going like, Yeah, cursive is his first language. I have no fucking clue what we're talking about.
Now here's the deal. With that, you are assigning value to people, which in return gives them a place in which to create some sort of an income based on who they are.
Yeah.
Which in return gets them gold.
It is gold.
And now that they have gotten gold, they have done it in a way that has created a foundation.
But the gold isn't the person. You can have tons of gold and be a golem, but you can have tons of gold and be a what was the original guy? Lord of the Rings?
Schmeagol. Or Frodo.
Well, Gollum was the bad one.
Gollum was, Schmeagol was his alter ego.
Schmeagol, my precious.
Schmeagol was the
Who
Hobbit,
was he
who
when
was
he was
Gollum's alter ego.
A good-looking young man with large feet.
Schmeagol.
Schmeagol? Yeah. All right, and that's Schmeagol. You can have tons of money and be a Schmeagol.
But Schmeagol...
I feel like this is racist. Yeah. Free Palestine! No.
The problem is Schmeagol coveted the ring.
The dirty Schmeagles, right?
He wanted the precious, and he killed his friend who found it. Remember that?
Yeah.
So and the precious is the ultimate gold. Wouldn't you say precious would be what people call gold, though? Like right, that's
a precious metal.
A precious, the most coveted, the thing you want. Yes, my friend in this interaction is great, but what I really want is this thing, this value, this.
Everybody wants to feel that. I feel like there's a lot of. Everybody wants value for themselves because they want to be able to provide. I think.
Yeah.
Maybe not.
Absolutely. Yeah. That's what I want. I want my wife and my family and my friends to enjoy the time around me because I provide, if not one of the most unique, probably the best atmospheric presence. Mm-hmm. So I want to provide.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some of the best burgers,
Oh, yeah.
Don't ask
the Mexican lady.
Do not ask for the
Patty.
Kozak burger.
Don't ask Patty, dude.
Huh.
But yeah, absolutely. I want to provide.
I wonder if therein lies the mistake where people are programmed right now in society to try to entertain others. Whereas what you should be saying is, I want to provide for me.
But that
provide my own happiness.
I think some people find happiness in entertaining others, but I also think that is a sense of I want to be liked.
Yes. There's a line there, which is if you're being a dancing monkey for other people, then you're not being kind to yourself and you are not being true to yourself. We're back to those Halloween costumes where you're putting on masks and costumes to entertain other people or to quote unquote, to sort of provide them this experience that you think you need to give to them. When they're
welcome to my entire life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's what burns people out
awesome.
Because you're not charging yourself. You're not giving time to Mike.
I feel like sometimes there is a sense of value in that. I mean, look at comedians. They talk about it all the time. Like they get up on stage and they're like, I love it doing that. It's like addicting. It's where they love it. But they do it based on feeling unwanted and needed. Mm-hmm. Right? So they make people laugh based on the sense of
seen.
I want to be seen, but I also want to make you laugh in a positive way and enjoy me. Mm-hmm.
Enjoy me, but also if we can get everyone on the same raw page, and we take it further and further, that's why part of it is so fun. When you can command a group of people or you hold the stage in a presence and it just keeps going more and more and more derelict over the top. But what is that? You're getting a group. I'm forming a mob, but you're getting a group to go in a like-minded direction. Sometimes it's not only for fulfillment benefit is this makes me feel good, but it's dude, everyone's feeling good. How much of a cancer to joy can we be? And I don't mean cancer killjoy, we're paired with joy. Let's just go let's be a super spreader.
Yeah. That would be cool.
That's my life, dude.
But That's doing it in the right reason.
Is that my life?
Is it?
Do I live for the right?
Do you
I
enjoy
love
it?
joy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I want people to have the most fun around. But it gives it, yeah, of course, it's like it's fun for someone to be like, oh, that what you said, get accolades of any way. But like what the true accolade is when the entire group's like,
Yes.
vibing, and everyone's having the best time of their life. But that's the goal. That's not just the goal. That's the goal. Duh. With a heavy D.
Oh, shit.
And a soft R. That wasn't normally in gold. But that's what it is like you're trying to provide what is necessarily like not only something that provides value, but what is a necessity? Mm-hmm. What do we need for life? So like, this has been a weird podcast. Now I'm searching for the right words to say. It's been a weird podcast, but it's like, I love this. As weird as it is, like awkward conversations. But it's like, you're just talking about what is value. And so you can ascertain values to material things and like things I think all the time about, like, why do we give money to or value to gold when it doesn't do anything for us? Like we're saying, Fiji doesn't do this, but it's a representation, but also it does in weird ways have unique properties when
it attracts
it's accelerated or used for heating or cooling or conductors, but in doing so, it makes you start to just reanalyze not only what you put value in, but what do you consider value as you? Like if I was a piece of gold, what would I do to a group or to a situation to contribute to that? How can I make something more valuable?
Did you just say if you were a piece of gold?
Oh, I am a piece of gold.
Okay, all right.
But that's what I mean. Like, it makes you think. It seems like you're just lamenting the same thing over, but it's like, but how does that make you fit?
I feel like we're right back where we started, which is what is the value of this?
Knife is better. That's all I'm saying.
A knife is nice.
Yeah,
but a gold knife, something with a pure like. Seriously, no.
Didn't we already talk about this?
No, but a gold knife is lustrous and it looks good, and maybe it has tons of money value, but what can it physically do? It's going to start to get damaged, and the blade's going to dull fast. So you could be a gold knife and you can be shiny, but after a little bit of actual wear and tear, your blade's not going to stay sharp. And what people thought you were and who you were is going to start to dull a little bit, right?
What are you saying?
So I'm saying
teasing.
The same thing you take for these physical things, it is unique that like human characteristics and property carry over. We all know people that are gold in our community or in our life that really bring us calmness or clarity or something that helps us understand the way the world really works. But not only understanding like, okay, so this person's unique, but what is unique in my life too, like towards money or towards value? What are things that not only, and I'm not just saying like as a personal level, but like living a life, what are things of value? What creates demands and wants? I think you start to look at it and reflect it a little bit, and it's everything in the news. It's showing you, what you're seeing is wars are being fought due to resources. What's resources? Resources is money in, money out. What does that eventually lead to? That leads to power. That leads to certain people wanting more and more of this. Agreed. And it's like, so trying to just understand what is personal excellence, what is value, what is, what are people I want around me? What do you think the world has for people around it and people trying to change the game? Just thinking something as simple as what does gold actually do? It does make me think like just trying to narrow down these things. does make you think larger in scale, because not only is it like, what's this one thing? How many side questions evolved into like, well, what does it do? Right. And someone that examines life a little bit more, or like how it interacts, I think is a good thing. So, like I said, it's kind of a weird, slow one, but just fucking hammering out one particular topic, I like that, because it slows everything down. Jordan is so upset.
One particular topic, huh? Yeah, I 100% agree.
Yep. As we all do.
Oh my God. All right.
Value to gold. How about a value of
value of the
done?
podcast?
Yeah.
If you guys are enjoying
With little
the show,
gold stars.
give us a review. Punch that 5th star. Forgive Dr. Professor this one.
Punch it hard.
Yeah. Good night, everybody.